Hello, my name is Amanda Truesdale, and I'm a lead technician at Amantech LLC. And today we're going to talk about some of the tools that we use on site. So here are some basic tools that we will use in the field. And I have different types to show you that it doesn't have to be one kind, but you should use a well-known brand such as Klein. And this is actually a Fluke, which is one of the better known brands in IT. So this is what we call a line toner. This produces the tone, and this is what you call a one. It detects the tone that this produces. This is also a line toner. This produces the tone for this particular one. You'll notice they both have a tip on the end, and that's what you will use to put next to your Cat5 cable. This is a line tester right here. You will put your RJ45, which is Ethernet, on there, or your RJ12, which is a phone line, on that end. And then this end comes out, and you'll stick the other end in there, and then you'll turn it on, and you will run a test on the line using this button. But we'll get to that part later. I just want to identify the items. And those numbers there represents a pair, and how many wires is in a pair. But again, we'll get to that later. This is also a line tester. It's not popular. This is something you would find on Amazon. I actually use this as a backup. If I leave my old one at home or my reliable one at home, I always have this in my car. I can just pull it out and still save the day. These are what you call RJ45Ns. And you'll see RJ45 there. You'll notice that this one says Cat5e. It goes with Cat5 wire. This one says Cat6e. It goes, you use it on Cat6 wire. And we will continue on to identify how you can tell what type of wire you're dealing with. Very important. If you go to somewhere where they already have a cable, and a cable will always have two ends on it. This end and that end. If this is in the wall and you have to re-terminate this end because it's bad, someone stepped on it, then you have to use the same type of RJ45 on this end as you do on that end, or it will not work, or it will not work properly. Again, we'll get into those type of things later. So I told you the RJ45 end. So how do you get this end to stay on this piece of wire? Because when you get this piece of wire, it's just wire. It doesn't have an end on it. You use this. This is called a crimper. These two items are crimpers. And you put your RJ45 in there, and you crimp the end. You close the end on it, and it will attach it to your wire. Again, you would put your little RJ45 in that big one right there, and you'll just close this down, and it will put the end on the wire for you. So again, we'll get to that later. Some things that you've probably seen before, but you never paid any attention to. If you ever look at the old types of jacks in your wall, they're not old to the commercial industry. They're still widely used. Right now, everybody uses Wi-Fi in their homes, so you won't find these in many homes. But this is what you stick the end of that wire to, that RJ45 end. This is what's in your wall. And you stick that wire into that end, and then you put the other end of the wire into your device, like your computer. Okay? So again, these are some of the tools that you will need to have in your toolbox. We have the crimpers, which crimp these RJ45s onto your Ethernet wire. And this is Ethernet wire. And when you're a professional, it does not come with this end on it, this plastic end. You actually have to put that plastic end on. And that's the plastic end right there. This is a line tester. And it shows you the lines. You see it's blinking. It has 8 wires in there. Every piece of Cat5 Ethernet cord or Cat6 Ethernet cord comes in pairs. It's 4 pairs, 2. All right. And this is, again, the line test, your line tester. This is a line tester not widely used, but you'll find that cheaper version on Amazon. It may or may not work. And these are your line toners. This is a toner. That's a toner. This is the one that you need to hear the tone. Okay? Oh, important. This is a screwdriver set I use. This comes from Walmart. You can find it anywhere. What you'll notice about this screwdriver set is that it has large bits in it and it has small bits in it. The larger bits are up high and the smaller bits are down low. It comes with a large screwdriver, so you can put the larger bits in it, and the smaller one, you put the smaller bits in. And it depends upon the type of device that you'll be trying to get a screw in or out, which will determine what size you'll need. You see, they give you some little extra bolts there. And I also carry a professional screwdriver set for PCs. And these are some of the unusual screws that you'll find in devices. I don't use that often. I find that the smaller one that has the large bits and the small bits, it tends to do just well for me. We will continue on later. Thanks.